Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle and this is a place where I help creative entrepreneurs build their brand and their business. And today I want to talk about how to build your personal brand online. Having a personal brand online is extremely important, especially for today since we have social media platforms that provide a great way to be visible in the online space. Social media handles such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest allows users that are Googling or even researching certain topics to find the relevant experts online in order to get the information that is needed to solve a problem. Social media platforms, especially Instagram and Facebook, make it extremely easy for creative entrepreneurs to be found and be booked for their services just because of a hashtag, a location tag, or just by consistently posting online. Whether you know it or not, you do have a personal brand. And this is the quickest way for consumers to really get to know, like, and trust you in order to make that buying decision of whether to move forward with your goods or services. A brand is people's perception of you. A personal brand is a unique combination of skills and experiences that make you who you are. It's how you present yourself to the world. Effective personal branding would differentiate who you are from your competition, and it's a great way to really expound on it so that others can see what makes you unique and in what ways that you could help them so that it makes their buying decision easier. This is also a great way of how you could also build your tribe online. For having loyal followers follow you just because they genuinely like you for who you are, the content that you provide, and the knowledge that you have. Creating a personal brand, in addition to having a business, can increase your own brand awareness and establishes credibility, especially if the owner is known to be an expert in that field or industry. Establishing a personal brand, in addition to having a business, would automatically boost your visibility and brand awareness, and it also establishes credibility, especially if the owner is known to be an expert within that field or industry. Cultivating your own personal brand allows you to stand out from the crowd, establishes you as the expert, as well as bring out the best in you for who you are. Here are 7 steps on how to build a strong personal brand. Okay, tip number 1. Understanding your mission and vision for your brand and business. Creating a mission and a vision for your business should also be a reflection to your personal brand. This allows you to have an understanding as far as where you want to go for your business, and it allows you to really work diligently to create those opportunities that would eventually open doors for the places that you want to go. So I always encourage my clients and whoever works with me in the coaching aspect of things to really have an understanding of your mission and vision, not just for your business, but your personal brand. And this goes into getting to know yourself. What do you like? What do you don't like? What is it that you don't like? Do you have goals for your business? Creating those lines in the sand allows you to know who you are as a business owner and where you want to be. But that's the best way to help make sure that you are in the line that you prefer to have your personal brand be known, especially in the online space. So definitely hone in on the mission and vision that you have for your business and your brand. Tip number 2, be authentic. Be you. Everybody wants to know who you are, right? It's just the nature of things. People are just naturally curious. But you want to be authentic in who you are and how you present yourself online. The last thing that you want to do is to show up one way, and then when someone meets you in person, it's like night and day. You don't want to be that person. So if you are naturally friendly or naturally bubbly, definitely present yourself to be that way online. And then of course it'll just be natural to you if someone were to come up to you randomly just to say hello because they recognize you. So definitely be authentically you. It's the most genuine, and people understand and they could feel it. It radiates off of you. So just be you at the end of the day. Tip number 3, have strong messaging. Especially when you're creating content online, your messaging should be in line to what your audience naturally says so that it's more relatable and it resonates better, especially when you're communicating your services and products online. Another thing to think about is to have also with your personal brand to have one point of relatability. So for me, I absolutely love coffee. Like, that's the thing I have every morning. So that's one thing that I know that is relatable to my audience. If you are part of my tribe, you would know that I love coffee, and if you love coffee too, just as much as I do, that's something that we could relate to, especially when I'm posting something online. In terms of messaging, your messaging should be really easy for me to digest, understand, I can relate to it, and it's something I could connect with. The last thing is that you want to throw a jargon that only you or a select number of people would understand, and it's left for other people to really guess what it is that you're really trying to talk or convey to. A confused mind does not buy. So you want to make sure that what you are communicating to your people online, whether on Instagram or Facebook, is clear and concise and is relatable so that people can understand and either binge more into your content or decide to purchase right away because it's something that they can relate to. So make sure your messaging is absolutely clear. Tip number 4, have a visual strategy that you can be consistent with. So what I absolutely love is, of course, having a brand photo session. I am a brand photographer, and so this is something I absolutely encourage people to do, is to have a brand photography session. Having high quality photos online can easily allow people to recognize who you are and your work online. It shows up professional, and it actually shows a little bit of credibility as well too, because you are investing in your own business for high quality photos. Another method I like to encourage is to use Canva. Canva is a great way to utilize templates, colors, and fonts on a consistent basis. This is something that you could easily be recognized for if you use a particular font or colors on a continuous basis. Having a strong visual strategy allows you to be easily recognizable online, and so when people see a post online, they could easily know it's from you. Another tip to go with that is to be consistent online. There's nothing wrong with having a strong visual strategy, but if you're not consistently posting online, then it's something that could be easily forgotten as much as it could be quickly be recognized. So you want to make sure that you are consistent with posting online, whether it's on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, whatever platform that you choose. You want to make sure it's at a place where you could be easily recognized and not easily be forgotten. Tip number 5, choose at least 2 social media platforms to be consistent with. It is very easy to put all your eggs into one basket. Instagram makes it extremely easy for you to be able to do that and to neglect all the other platforms there may be in social media. What I want to encourage you is to at least choose 2 platforms that you can be consistent with, or that you could create a strategy for, where you can build your audience in various ways. You should choose one platform that allows you to have long form evergreen content. So an example of that would be YouTube, or it could also be your own website where you could create your own blog post. So you want to choose a platform that allows your content to be evergreen, meaning that it will continuously be found regardless of the time it's been online. So for example, YouTube, if you were to Google something as far as how to use a Canon M50 camera, you would tend to get search results from Google, which are usually blog posts, or even YouTube, people that are talking about the M50 camera. So those are 2 evergreen content platforms because it's continuously found. Versus when you use platforms like Instagram or Facebook, they kind of have a shelf life for just I don't know how to say, like probably a week before it just kind of goes away. You can't quite Google anything that's searchable and found on Instagram or Facebook just yet. Not to say that it won't, but you just can't search for that stuff. But when you do Google certain topics, you do get a combination of websites, blog posts, and YouTube videos. So definitely utilize evergreen content so that your content can be found online. Another platform to help you find your content is kind of what I talked about before, is something that you know your audience are residing in. So platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook are typically great where you can easily share value, share what you do, share testimonials for those that have booked you for your services or have enjoyed your products. Those type of platforms kind of show a little bit of social proof of who you are, and it allows you to expand on your personal brand as well too. So having those type of platforms where you know you can continuously talk to your audience allows you to extend your personal brand so that others can really get to know who you are, they develop their trust, and they learn to love you at the end of the day. Tip number 6, build your community, build your tribe. So this is something I am going back on tip number 5 on, finding that platform where you know your audience resides. So typically people like to lean on Instagram or Facebook because it has a good community of people, both young and old. If you're looking for more business-minded people, people tend to look at LinkedIn in order to be able to find their audience. If you are looking for a wide variety of people that, you know, are just inspired by photos, people tend to lean into Pinterest. And that's where some of their audiences are. You know, there's a wide variety of platforms that you could easily use and grow your audience as well as your personal brand. But right now, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn makes it very easy for those that are trying to grow their personal brand and their business online to really connect with their audience. So definitely hone in on 1 to 2 platforms that you could definitely talk to your audience and allow them to get to know you as well. Tip number 7. Now, this is big and crucial for me. I want you to understand your personal brand just does not live on the social media platforms. And it kind of goes back to tip number 2 with you being authentic. This tip, I feel, is something that's oftentimes overlooked, and I want to ensure my people that see this video to really understand it. Just your personal brand just does not live in a square box on Instagram or a quick video on YouTube or even on Facebook. This personal brand, your personal brand, extends beyond social media. If you are a coach, a strategist, if you are just a business owner or even a creative and you provide a product or service at the end of the day, your personal brand should extend all the way to the very end of your customer experience. So if you provide a product or service, the last thing that you want to do is drop the ball when someone decides to finally book with you or pay for your product. You want to ensure your personal brand has various touch points in the customer journey so that someone that finally goes to the very end of hitting purchase to receiving their product or service is extremely happy with their decision in moving forward with you. The last thing that you want to do is to have your customer have a buying regret. And you know, it's something that I always, when I work with my coaching clients, I hone in on this piece, because the last thing that you want to have is to have your customer to regret purchasing from you at the end of the day. So you want to ensure your personal brand has various touch points to the various points of your customer journey so that they are happy at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, you just want to ensure your client experience and your customer experience is just as pristine as your own personal brand. And those are my 7 tips for you in how to build a strong personal brand. If you love this video, go ahead and click and subscribe below, as well as leaving me a comment on which tip that you really enjoyed, and if there's more tips that you would like to add on how to build a strong personal brand. And until next time, I will see you guys later.